We've all heard the advice, right? If you want to succeed in business, you just have to outwork everyone. But what if that's not the whole story? What if the most passionate, hardworking entrepreneurs are actually the ones most likely to get it wrong? Okay, let's just pause on this for a second, because this one idea is at the absolute heart of what we're talking about today. It's not about a lack of trying, it's not about being lazy, it's about a lack of process. And that gap, well, that's where so many dreams fall apart. So why isn't pure effort the magic bullet? Honestly, it's because that same passion that gets you out of bed at 5 a.m. can also make you, well, a little reckless. You get so fired up about the idea that you just skip right over the boring but absolutely critical steps. And these missteps are everywhere. I mean, does any of this sound familiar to you? You jump into a deal because it just feels right. You kind of lowball what things are really going to cost. Or maybe you're just so busy you're not really tracking where the money is going. These are the classic signs of working hard, but not necessarily working smart. Okay, so we've laid out the problem, right? Passionate effort without a good plan often leads to the same mistakes over and over. So the solution has to be about moving away from just winging it, from pure guesswork, and towards something with a little more structure, a real framework. This really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? If it's not about putting in more hours, what is that secret ingredient? What's the thing that actually connects all that sweat and hard work to real, tangible results? And here it is. This is the simple, powerful framework that successful business owners tend to follow whether they realize it or not. You start with the right foundation. Then you analyze the heck out of your numbers. You operate with total clarity, optimize what's working, protect what you've built, and only then do you scale with confidence. It's a logical path that stops you from skipping the important stuff. All right, let's make this really concrete, because theory is one thing, but a story is where the lesson really hits home. This is a perfect example of what can happen when that second step, analyze, gets completely steamrolled by pure excitement. So let me introduce you to Barbara and Paul. They found their dream beach house. They had this amazing vision of using it themselves and renting it out. They got so swept up in that vision that they put in an offer without even seeing the place in person, let alone running a single number. And this is the price tag for skipping that analysis step, $40,000. They poured all that money into fixing the place up before they had any realistic idea of what the property could actually generate an income. That is a massive, painful, and totally avoidable mistake. And you can just see the difference right here. Look at the excitement first column. That's the path they took. Spend a bunch of money on assumptions and then get hit with a nasty reality check. Now compare that to the system-first approach. They would have analyzed the income potential, found all the hidden costs, and made a smart call before spending a dime. The outcome isn't just a little better, it's night and day. Let's look at another quick story, this time focusing on that operate step. This one is about a trap that so many business owners fall into, confusing being busy with being profitable. Take Eric's lawn care business. On the surface, things looked great. He saw all this cash coming in from every job he did. But what he wasn't seeing were all the hidden costs, kind of like the roots of a tree. Things like his equipment wearing down, the real cost of gas for each job, and maybe the biggest killer, all that unpaid travel time between his clients. He was super busy for sure, but some of those jobs were actually losing him money. And that really is the key lesson here. Activity does not equal profit. You can run yourself into the ground and have less than nothing to show for it. But a business with structure, one that truly gets its numbers, is a business that's actually built to last. Okay, so we've seen a couple of cautionary tales and we've seen the framework. Now let's bring it all home. Let's think about how this system applies to what you're building. So, quick question for you, and be honest. Forget the big revenue number you tell your friends about. Do you know right now what you actually keep in your pocket after every single expense is paid? And what about your pricing? Is it strategically designed based on your real costs and your profit goals? Or did you just kind of pick a number that sounded about right, or maybe just copied your competitor? And think about the future for a second. Are you planning just for next month's bills, or do you have a real plan for the big stuff down the road? The new roof on the rental property, the new truck for the business. Are those future costs baked into your model today? It really all comes back to this one central idea. Success isn't some prize you get for working the hardest. It's the natural result of having a process and having the discipline to follow the right steps over and over again. So I'll leave you with this final powerful question. I want you to take a hard look at how you're running things. Are you just enjoying a passion project that happens to cost you a lot of time and money? Or are you intentionally building a structured, profitable business that actually works for you? Because the difference between the two is the system.